It's been raining. I've been wanting to take the bike out, so this is the first opportunity I've gotten. We're gonna go out and see. Watch the little girl here playing. It's cool. Oop. I don't want to do that. Trying to find a place to put my glasses. I put it down here. It looks dark. I don't know why it looks so dark. Alright, we're heading up the road. We've been up this way many times, but trying to do a test to see how far my batteries will go here. I've added an extra battery pack and I want to see how far. I do feel a raindrop. I don't know, that's craziness. I've been sitting here watching the weather to not make sure it doesn't get into a rain situation, but it just might. We'll go a little way to see how it comes out. It's been doing nothing but raining for really the last week. We've had over 3 inches of rain. And I hope we get to the spell where it's going to quit. Little kitty on the road. I like to watch the kitty cats. They're fun to watch. Brake squeak. I'm sure there's going to be mud puddles just about everywhere because I said it's been raining just like crazy. Over 3 inches of rain here within the last week. It's not a normal event for Florida. We don't usually get quite that much rain. One of the problems with e-bikes is their electricity and they're water sensitive, so you have to be very careful. They'll take a little moisture, but you don't want to get them soaking wet, and especially, well, you know, you don't want your controllers to get wet and your battery to get wet, and actually the motor in the back, what sits down closer to the road, you don't want it wet, so you gotta just be a little careful. Yeah, I've set up this calmer mount. It's just not bright enough out that it's kind of hard to see, but I can kind of tell where we're going, but the picture seems dark. I hope it records okay. There's a little doggy. I love the animals. It's probably my favorite people in the world is the animals. Boy, I feel more and more rain. This is just like, I've been watching this for hours now, trying to get a spot of dry weather. I'm trying to do a battery test here, just to see how far 2 batteries will take me, and at least see how far the original battery goes before it's down too low. We started out both fully charged all the way up. The original battery, I'm going to guess between 13 and 15 miles, what I'm going to guess. The new battery should go just a little bit further, it has a little higher amp hour. They put these plates down right here, these yellow plates, if you was able to see them. They catch them and then they look like nails sticking up. That's not good. You don't want to hit your tire with that. I don't think those plates are any good. Why they just didn't paint a yellow line across there. Been probably a lot cheaper and last a lot longer. and do the same thing. Those little plates are rough when you go across them. One of the nice things about this e-bike here, it has cruise control. Like right now I've got my hand off the throttle and it just keeps going, and I stopped it. We're going, you know, about 13 mile an hour here, and it'll stay right there. I don't have to hold it down. Now it'll go a little faster than that. So what I do here, if I hit the brakes, turn that cruise off, bring my throttle, I'm going to let it go all the way high, and it should go up somewhere around, there's 18 mile an hour, and let go of it and it stays there. There's 19 mile an hour. And that's where it's going to stay at 19 mile an hour on the cruise until I hit the brake, and it'll kick that cruise off. So we're going to drive around. We're good. Like I said, I got a tiny little drizzle, just a spot rain here, just a drop here and a drop there. We'll be okay with that because it's not going to get anything real wet. But we're going to watch that and see what we can get, because we're on a mileage run. City of DeLand. I was looking at this sign the other day. It looks at some point someone has hit it. It's kind of laying back a little bit. That, or the post that holds it up there is rotting off and is wanting to fall. One or the other is what's going on with that. So a lot of stuff along the highway you see is like, some of it's kind of crazy and some of it's just wear and tear, but you never knew. It's like trash. It's amazing how much trash people just throw along the road. They don't care. Traffic's moderate here for a Saturday afternoon. It's right around 2 o'clock on a Saturday. Brakes are squeaking. I had read some videos or watched some videos on how to keep your brakes from squeaking, and I'll have to read those again. There's a process you can go through to kind of refinish them. They get like glazed and stuff, and then they'll begin to squeak and that. So that's a thing I need to do. Maybe do my own video on it, on deglazing the brakes. Morgan & Morgan sign, America's largest law firm. Might be the guy to get a hold of if you have a law incident. A little bit of a... I've never been in there. It's like a furniture store. It says mattresses, furniture. I just have no need to go in there, but these stop signs had been down, like somebody had knocked them over, and for a long time they was down, and then they put them back up again. And so for a while there I wasn't even stopping there because the sign was gone. And what's funny about these bike paths is you go pass over and there's no sign at all, then the next one has a sign, and it's like, you wonder who determines that. Is that the business coming in and out, or is that the county itself that does that? Okay, light turn one way or the other. See, this one here, they have a turn lane over there to your left. They go first before that one turns, so I wait till they go through that cycle, then I cross over. These guys there, they got a green light here. You see now the light's green and they're coming back and forth both ways. But once that light's red, that means nobody here should be going across. There, it's turning yellow, and then we get red. We should be able to pass over now. That's the way I handle that crossover there, because even though you're on a bike path and they should be honoring your being here, like you have your rights, they don't always do that. So there's an auction across the street. Burner's Auction has been here ever since I've been around this area. And then the next building on the right, I don't know if you can be able to see it tonight, is a upholstery shop, and that's what I did. I communicated with the guy who owns that before. He was getting up there. I figured he'd be retired. It's like, man, I retired way before he did. Isn't that the goal? You work pretty much most of your life, and at one point you go, now I can retire and have my days free to go out and ride my e-bike. I don't know if everybody wants to ride the e-bike, but you could if you wanted to. And some guys just don't want to retire. I guess they enjoy working. I've never enjoyed that much working. So we'll see how this goes. I'm kind of just watching rain, and I'm doing alright, a couple of sprinkles. Trying to go for an extensive ride once. Now once in a while the cruise will kick in. Right there I just went a short distance and it kicked in all the way full. And right now we're at 18.6 miles an hour. According to the speedometer built into the bike, the GPS that I run is 17.6, about a mile per hour difference. I'm guessing to say the GPS is probably more accurate than the built-in one on the bike. That's my guess. There's a lot of water land right here at this cross. This one and the next one. So I usually go pretty slow up through here. There's a car there. Well, I think I got it right away. I'm going to go ahead and go. Let's see if he tries to challenge me. Sometimes they do, not often. Got to go slow through this water. You don't want to splash it all up into your electronics on the bike. But one good thing, it washes your wheels. Automatic wheel washer when you go out riding. Now there's more rain right in here than there was on back, which makes me think, I've been watching the radar really close here, and it makes me think there had been more showers not long ago just in this little area, and we're only 2.43 miles from the house. So really quite a difference in just a short way where there was rain and not rain. I've seen it at the house raining in the backyard but not raining in the front yard. There's a fire truck. Silver Pally says 1886. The land. I guess they're done here. I'm going to go ahead and go up this way. We're heading to the other side of the airport. We're going man out for a walk. Here's a YMCA. They like to throw balls around there. Now we're at the very west end of the runway here. If you look out across that way, I see some clouds up in that way. Nice looking truck. Yeah. All right, here's the end of the runway. Some days they land coming in this way, and sometimes they land take off going out this way, depending on the wind direction. Straight up ahead, the old Brunswick plant is now a marijuana manufacturing plant. I find that interesting. Boy, a lot of water laying around the trees, and the duckies. But yeah, if you look over here, let's see if we can turn the camera just a little bit. Look at all the water laying here in the ditches. We have had over 3 inches of rain. I forget the exact number. I looked at it before I left, but my memory's bad. But look at the water laying here. It's all flooded over here at this end, but they don't use this particular area, but that's right beside the runway. But we have had a lot of rain in the last week. And we got a duck. He goes, I love this weather. Ducky, ducky, ducky. Duck loves the weather. How you doing, duck? Pretty interesting, but like I said, we've had a lot of rain within the last week. Over 3 inches, probably getting closer to 4 inches of rain in the last week. I have a radar or a weather station that I watch the weather pretty close because it's a fun hobby, watching the weather. And I have a nice weather station. So here we are. This is not exactly sure what they do at this building. It was all white. They just recently painted it this orange and gray and black. I'm not sure I care much for that color combination. It's called Prospect. I'm not exactly sure what they're doing there. And again, with this next building that is gray, black, and white. I'm not sure what this building does yet. I need to figure that out. DevCon, they're saying on the truck. On the other side of it is cement trucks. And maybe this is a process where they deliver cement. I don't think they mix it there. Here's a couple sandhill cranes out for their afternoon walk. Hello, cranes. Is that like Fraser Crane, the TV guy on TV? Fraser. But they're just strolling along. Hello. Hello. There's actually 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them. I'm taking it's a whole family worth of cranes. This must mean the rain is over because they're out doing their thing. That was a policeman that just went by. East Coast Aircraft Paint and Interior. They've been around for a while. They got some water there by their sign. So you can tell we've had a lot of rain within the last week, and really the last day we've even had more. This morning I got up at 3 a.m. and it was raining pretty steadily, and it rained till just, it's 2 o'clock. I come out of here probably at least till 1 o'clock or better that it rained that whole time. So we had quite a bit of rainfall down. We had about 2 inches of rain just today. Sometimes you'll see a plane sitting out here, they're painting all up real nicely. Still water everywhere. Straight ahead's the DeLand RC Airplane Club. I used to belong to that club. Golden Hawks. This used to be an Air Force base back in World War II. Actually, the weather's feeling pretty good right now. I mean, it's just nice temperature. Sure. Can I say temperature right? Yeah, up here there's a Quonset hut that they used to do something with it when they had this as a military base. I don't know if I could look up more information about it or not, but right there to the right you can kind of see it. Very wet over there, but kind of like a bunker back into There's really no hills here. I think that's a homemade hill that they have that bunker in there. There's a wider fire hydrant underwater. Yeah, I've been trying to do a few more e-bike rides. I hope some of you guys are getting some enjoyment. I actually made a page that you can go to that has all the e-bike videos on it. All in one spot if you just want to watch stuff about e-bikes. So I made that up. Wooded tree wooded area. How would something be not a tree wooded area? It's all industrial area up around here. Is there anything over here in water? Yeah, that's a little bit of water. Let's stop here a second and look at the water. This little creek, you can see it's moving pretty fast. I can hear it on the other side. We're gonna scooch over there, but yeah, it goes way down in there. You can see the water moving. It shows you the amount of rain we've had. Let's work our way over here to the other side. You can see the water is running, coming from that way up, coming across the culverts. Pretty cool. Mother Nature does some cool stuff. There's a fence that does, this is the land police training area. They do a lot of shooting there, but it looks like their cover is coming loose and hanging out. They got a lot of water in there. The Land Police Training Center. City of DeLand Police Training. You come by here once in a while and they're shooting. It's kind of scary. I don't like guns. The straight head is closed. I'm not exactly sure whether there's a building there, but I get in behind there. There's a detention pond on up here. And I can get behind that area. It might be a little wet to do that today. I don't know. Let's look at it up here. There's a like a creek that comes down through here. I bet that's running pretty good, so let's take a look at that. Nothing coming behind me, so let's just scooch over here a minute and take a look at this water coming down this area. Oh, it's not running like the other day they were mowing this. So there really isn't water there like I thought there would be. It's not that wet right here, believe it or not. Let me see if we can go back in here a little ways. Yeah, there's a little creek along the left side of me here. But I don't really see it moving much there. A little water laying here in this lane. Try to keep out of the wet part. Ew, I hear it. Step on the high side here. And let's see if we can look through the gate back here. There's a pond, actually a lake. And you can see across the pond, lake, whatever you want to call it there. That way it goes clear over on 11 over behind Walmart. There's somebody banging something. Let's go on back here a ways. We're out for an endurance ride anyways, just to see how far. People dump their trash back here. Why in the world would they do that? It don't make sense to me. See a couple of limbs laying down here. Make sure we don't hit one of those and throw us down. Yeah, I showed you a minute ago that road that went straight across, and this is kind of the back side of it. You see a little water here. Let's see if we can get over here into a higher part. And it's a little wet back here. I'll go around the corner here and I'll show you where that road I just got done showing you comes out, but it's gated. It's funny, you can't get back through it that way, but you can this way. There we go. That's that road we just came down there by the police training area. I understand why they've got it gated this way, but the road I think went around. I see an airplane way back there getting ready to take off. It looks like a jet in the wooded area. So let's get our way back out of here, try to stay out of that water. I think if I stay to the left, I'll be my best. Yeah, there's some beautiful homes over here on the other side of this fence. You get to that curve around off 11. I thought I'd run back here real quick and show you this. Again, let's just see how much we can stay out of the water. E-bikes and water aren't the best of friends. Sure, it's almost like we've had a tropical storm, but it really wasn't. It wasn't named at this tropical storm. And usually the weather people, I think they're in cahoots with the insurance people. If you name these storms, then if you have any damage, your deductible goes way, way, way high, and most of the damage the insurance doesn't have to pay for because they've named it a tropical storm or a hurricane. And I always think the weather people and the insurance people are in cahoots. Could be wrong, but to my thoughts. Let's walk. Let's see if we can get up on top of this. Oh, is this wet? Let's see if we can get up on top of this little hill here. There we go. And here's like a retention pond. Now I know there's fish in there. I see people fishing in there all the time. You can see some dark clouds up there still coming. You would think we just had a tropical storm, which it really kind of was. All right, let's go down off this hill and see if we can get ourselves back out here to the main path. I'm going to stay on the top side here once. Keep out any water. This is all man-made. It's like a retention pond. And the grass is pretty high. They do mow this. You can see a lot of tracks. People come up here and park and go fishing. And again, I don't know if you have to have a license to fish at this place or not. Oh, there's some water up down there. Let's keep out of that. There we go. And we can find a driveway out here. A driveway and a driveway. Anything coming? I don't see nothing. Yeah, there is. We'll wait on cars. They're coming up the road there. We'll take you back to a medical company back here. I'll tell you the name of it once I see it, because I forget everything immediately. This road's back in here isn't very old. They've added, and they just opened a new section on back. We're going to head back towards that way. We're shooting with a DJI Action camera. Now we're down to 3 bars. I think we end up with 5 bars when it starts out. We have came almost 5 miles, just shy of 5 miles. So I'm kind of curious between this battery and the new battery I just got, to see how far we can go on each battery. You know, I'm predicting this battery here will go between 13 and 15 miles. using a Rode wireless mic. I'm getting a lot of wind, but I think it does pretty good at blocking the wind. It does have a mouse on it, a wind muff. Dead cat, I guess what I wanted to say. Well, I said mouse. Yeah, for the longest time, this road straight ahead, you'll see the newer patch there where it says 30 mile an hour, was being built. It wasn't open, and it was done, but it wasn't open. But I was going down it, and now it's officially open. This is called Charles P. Bailey Drive. And here's the medical facility I was just speaking of. I got a nice little fountain on that front. It's a nice looking place. A lot of people work here. You see a lot of cars coming in and out of here. It's one of my typical rides. It just makes for a nice ride around here. Pretty good sized place. It's called the Vita Labs. It's a medical place. The Vita Labs. Much medical stuff goes on. I'm sure they're testing something all the time. That's what they love to do. They love to test. Big money in that. They got nice little benches and stuff, but it's all wet. I see there's a lot of water around there. Straight ahead goes way back into an area, just kind of, it's off-roady like. I've been back that. We'll go back that way another time. Water lane here in the ditches. Move it over a little bit that way, you can kind of see the factory. There's this is a Saturday, quite a few people working today. Little gazebo out here. It's a nice little area, probably a good place to work. Anything to do with medical equals money, so. Little place up here to the right, you go back in there, and looks like they got dirt and stuff where they store it. It's too wet to go back in there right now. But I've been around that, and it looks like a county place. Straight ahead is actually a runway, all wet, and there's a pond right there, and then on the other side of the pond is the runway for the land airport. A lot of water laying here. Yeah, you can there's see the parking lot to the medical place. Probably a decent place to work. Always cars back here all the time. It's always a lot of traffic. Comes a mailman behind them too. And getting the mail. Yeah, this ditch here is full of water. Edison Drive. A lot of times there's a truck sits there about all the time. I think he stays over. It says no trespassing, no dumping. I have road back here. I'm not sure if that's a new sign or not. I don't think I'd hesitate to ride back there anyways. Yeah, here's they have a nice picnic area out there. People come do their lunch and stuff outside. Especially in the winter months, because it's so beautiful here in the winter time. You just can't say how gorgeous Florida is in the winter. So we'll come up here and make a right-hand turn, and this is what I call the new road. It's just an extension of this Edison Drive, and it goes out all the way out to State Route 11. Here my brakes are squeaking. All right, let's go up this way. There's a big fields up here with some cattle in it. Another retention pond off there to the left. You might get a few views of my gauges. I just set this bracket up here like yesterday. It's like the cattle's way back in the field. Sometimes I come up through there and they're right along the fence here, and it's fun. I talk to them, and I see a lot of egrets, the white birds, out there in the field. Egrets tend to hang around cattle a lot. But this road's really nice, brand new, all asphalted. I've been pretty much riding down this road about all summer, and now it's officially open. A lot of guys on bikes and walks. It was a nice place to go because there was no traffic on it. There's still not a lot of traffic. See the water, the little creeks running down through the fields where all the water's been backed up. Now our drizzle had stopped, so I was a little concerned that maybe I was going to get into another rain event, but I've lucked out on that. We've got fire hydrants and everything down through here, all equipped for safety. So coming up straight ahead is State Route 11. The other day I was making a video and I kept calling Route 92 11. I don't know why, but this is State Route 11. This road here will go all the way over to Flagler Beach. It goes through this little town of Bunnell. All right, we've went 6.3 miles, so little trailer park across the street. So there's actually a little store, a little Citgo. There's a store there, a gas station. So they do have bike paths, and what we do is I keep way over here to the left to the bike path, and we'll end up on a sidewalk that runs you almost back into town. I like to time it so that there's a car coming this way in front of me. If I can let him on by. And then I go just a short distance right here, and then we'll be onto the sidewalk. There we go. But out here, a little rough entrance, and now we're on the sidewalk, and then there's several trailer parks up across here. You see a lot of guys on bicycles and e-bikes and walking and stuff going up the sidewalk. A lot of people come out of the trailer parks here and go up here to that little gas station where there's a little store, or they can go the other way and end up at Walmart. And so I ride this path quite a bit. This is the first time I've filmed on the Climora. That's I call it Clem, my orange bike. It's a smaller one. Like I said, I've just added a second battery to it so I can go a lot further. I mean, we're doing about 6.5 miles, and we've still got 3 bars of battery left, so we're doing good. I'm trying to do a guess here to see how many miles we can get on the original battery. And I added this second battery, a little higher amp hour. It's like 8 amp hour, where the original is only 5 amp hour. And you see all down through here, there's quite a few trailer parks. This is probably the nicest one right here. There's a lot of them are modular homes. You own the home, but you don't own the land. You rent the land. And I've had thoughts about that. I think, oh, that's a great idea. Usually have a clubhouse and stuff going on and all that. But again, you'll never own the land. You always have a payment. You're not payment free. Look at this motorhome has been sitting here for sale. It's a nice little coach. Interested. And this next park isn't quite as nice of a park. A little rougher. I see a cop sitting there too. And it's amazing side by side the different parks. Nicer, and it's called Rosewood Terrace. I don't know much about it. Just don't look as nice as the other one. The other one seems to be more well kept. But we're riding right alongside State Route E11 coming out of DeLand. It's just a nice peaceful ride up across here. A cool little bike. Swagton makes it. I think it's the B7. The only fault I had to this bike is intentionally to get a spare battery for it, and their batteries has been out of stock ever since I've bought this bike. And I've emailed them, asked them when they're going to have it in, and they haven't. But I have found another battery that's just a little bigger amp hour, a little more money, so I replaced it. Gas station over there, mobile. Little storage area right here. I don't know if I've been down this road or not. Lake Molly Drive. And since we're doing a battery test, we still got 3 full bars of battery. Let's go down this way. There's like a little park. You can get propane filled. They got peanuts and stuff you can go out there. Dead end, no turnaround ahead, so, but I think we can turn around easy enough. Let's just take a little ride up this road here. I believe there's a lake up here. When we were on by that little retention pond on the other side, this is the side we were looking across from, where the lake's at. I do believe I have rode up here once before. And some of these places just all have some pretty nice homes. I'm gonna shoot the camera to the right here going up, and I'll shoot it to the left coming back, and you kind of get an idea of the different homes here. There's a lot of nice places around DeLand. A few not so nice places, but a lot of nice ones. I think the lake is over on the right-hand side here. You'll be able to see it behind these homes here. There's a lake back there. There's a nice brick home. Waves. Sometimes people are very nice in the waves. Other times they'll act like you're an alien. Hey, cool. I don't know if there's a place I can get a good view of the lake or not. I try to stay off the private properties. But yeah, there's I think it's called Lake Molly is in behind these houses there. It'd be nice to live on a lake like that. I think this dead ends right up here. It goes into a private property. Yeah, it does. There's a gate here. There's a sign there. It says no trespassing. Warning, a $500 fine for something. Now we'll be able to see the other side of the road so you can get a view of it. Look at that shrub, it's all swirled out. That's pretty cool how they do that. They'll landscape a shrub and train it to be certain shapes. You know, Disney does that a lot. They'll make a shaped shrub. Now some of the houses on this side aren't as nice as on the other side. The house all gray, cement block. It's a big house. If you really look at that house, it's really a big house. And it kind of looks like it's deserted. It doesn't look like there's anybody there. Looks like there was plastic on the windows. It was all tore up. But yeah, I would guess there's nobody living in that house. It would just be my guesstimate. Yeah, we're down to 2 bars. We'll see how that goes, and we've went just shy of 8 miles. We might have to switch batteries before we get back. In fact, I'm pretty sure we will. I out there painting. Now the backup, if you ever have a battery problem, I can pedal it. I don't pedal. I use the electric to haul me around. I'm not a pedaler, I'm not an exerciser. Nice landscape tree, looks like an oak. There's a lot of different kinds of oaks. You know, you call them a live oak, but a lot of them are different kinds of oaks. And coming back out, you can see 11. So that was a cool detour. Take down this road and just check back here on Lake Molly. We'll stop here at the sign in a minute. Sometimes I stop and I look at my battery meter here. We're at 2 bars. Sometimes it'll pop back up, but right now it don't seem to be. So we're actually at 7.79 miles with 2 bars left on the battery. So let's continue going down through the sidewalk here. This area here, you can kind of coast. You know, anytime you can go without using any power, you can go that much further on your battery. So I haven't pedaled since I hopped onto this section. It kind of curves around. And somebody on an e-bike. He's pedaling now. That's a pretty orange one. He had a flag and everything on it. Now he was riding the bike lane there on the road. Looked like he was having fun. Now this used to be, it was milk for a while, I think just milk, I believe. And now it's called Country Pure Foods. And I don't know what, I'd have to look that up, see what all kinds of things. I think there's different juices and stuff, so it'd be an interesting thought to look that up and just see what they do produce here. See another bike coming out there. We'll kind of get off to the side and share it with him. Let's give him a little room here. Now I have to give everybody their space. Traffic coming down the road. How's it going? I like to be kind to people, you know. I don't own this sidewalk. He don't own this sidewalk. We share it. Couple little puddles up here. Try to go slow through those. We don't splash water up. Again, electronics, you don't want to get them wet. Now this is still part of this food plant. It goes all the way up through here. They got a lot of trucks sitting there. This is a training and conference center for the Country Pure Foods. And up here on the left is a carpet place. Some time ago, that burnt her down, burnt to the ground. Let's move the camera over a little bit so you can see it. Carpet corner. Yeah, it had a major fire and burnt her down, and they replaced it with a, looks like a kind of a modular size home that they've used for this. But if you need carpet to land, there's a place you can go. Old building sitting here for sale. Looks pretty dilapidated. And there is also a storage unit. I tried, when I moved here 25 years ago, I needed some storage. I was trying to put it there, but they were full. It seemed like every place I went here, all their storage areas were completely full. So I had a friend I stored stuff at. Across the street there is a car lot. Wholesaler, all kinds of cars there. Another street going down. A lot of off streets here. There's an entrance, but nothing there. A little car lot on the left. This is OB's Tavern up here on the left, as you see, or on the right, I'm sorry. And they serve food here every weekend. I think it's Mexican food. But there's closer to OB's. Oh, the food smells good. I've been there before, Burning Bike Week. Come up here and get some turkey legs. They're building a brand new car wash over there. A little car lot, a lot of vans and different cars here. Variety Auto Group. RV cars, trucks, vans. There's a credit union right here. Over on that side is a little plaza. You break it, we fix it. UPS store. A restaurant. There's all kinds of places there. And over there is Walmart. That guy break. Busy little Walmart superstore. We actually get our groceries from here, but we don't come here. We have them deliver it. So this guy wants me to go. But yeah, this is our local one. I see a Class C motorhome and a red bus if you want to give blood. There's another Class C. Looks like they've been staying there. Some Walmarts always let you stay here, but some of them are not letting it happen anymore. Things are changing. Somebody else on a bike. That's pretty cool. Another biker over there. He's got a wagon behind him. That's pretty awesome. Wait, this light changes again. They're gonna go. I guess I could go. I keep waiting here. And they keep going. See, I see the trains coming on that side. They're all moving because This will soon turn green. That one's turning into Walmart. Busy light here. Verizon's phone store across there. Still got 2 bars left. We've come 8.45 miles. I know that light's going to turn green, but wow, it's staying a long time. I guess they're going to go. I guess I can go across. That guy's thinking he wants to go now. About the same time I go. That's what you got to watch. This guy wants to turn. Let's see if this guy will let me through or not. I sit there quite a while. Quite a few bikes out today. I see another one crossing over up here. You got to be careful of the traffic. Some of them will give you a break. Some of them will not give you a break. Zaxby. Yeah, somebody's exercising their motor out. Goodwill across the street. I see a place here, Happy Nails. I saw posted on Facebook. Somebody had a dilemma. They just moved to the land. And they wasn't sure where they could get their nails done. Oh, that had to be an awful event where you didn't know how to get your nails done. There's a Tire King. Unbeatable tire deals. Yeah, even when you're on the sidewalk and stuff, you gotta watch the traffic. Never assume. Assume they're going to do what you're afraid they might do. Transmission place. Now this is an old fast food restaurant. And I thought it was sold, but I see it's for sale again. I heard there's a lot of problems with that land for some reason. You know, a lot of times people have these tinted windows and they're telling you to go on. You know, you can't see them. You don't know if they're telling you to go on or not. Another plaza coming up here, which happens to be the Publix Plaza. You gotta make decisions when everybody's parked a certain way when I can get across without anybody interfering with you or you them. 2 bars and we have went 8.81 miles, so we're doing pretty good. You hit these bumps in the sidewalk and you gotta be careful. Sometimes your equipment will fall off. And that was my microphone, so I hope we still got sound. It's kind of hard to see in the daylight whether you got your sound working or not. Busy intersection. This is where Route 92 International Speedway and Route 11 comes together. We got the Tractor Supply over here, Planet Fitness. We have a Big Lots, some sort of I think it's a clothing store, I believe it is. Something I hardly ever go into is a clothing store. You can tell by my wardrobe. There's a liquor store in there. There's a bank up here. It's called Trust. That used to be SunTrust. I used to have an account with SunTrust when I first moved here, but got so you couldn't trust them. But then we got Publix. Publix is probably One of the best grocery stores in the area. Quality, service is just the best. Price is a little higher than most of the other ones, so that's the only downfall, is just the price. But the everything else is great. I wish I had a little more money I could afford to use them, but being retired, you got to watch every penny. There's a popular area here with the grocery store. I think we're good to cross. I like his yellow jacket. I got a yellow shirt. I'd like to get something else. I can't pronounce it. Sakara Buffet. This has been a lot of places and a lot of buffets, comes and goes, and they're generally pretty good, but always the story around how dirty it is. Now maybe it's better because this all closed down not long ago and it's reopened again, and maybe they did a major clean job, but the you know, the health department kind of keeps after them. You got to stay so clean or they'll close you down. Yeah, we'll see what we can get. We're at 19.9 miles, still 2 bars left on our battery, and we'll see what we can get, and we'll probably end it on this battery alone. And there'll be another time we'll take the new second battery and do a test how far it can go. Lulls, what would we do without a Lulls? Time I need, it's close enough here that I can just run down here and get something when I'm working on something. That's really handy. Now that the pandemic's all not gone, but settled down, I have went into stores, but for years I didn't even go into a store, trying to keep from getting that nasty. And then they try to give you shots that doesn't do any good. In fact, I don't think I would take a shot. Hey, we got a across the street is a Dunkin' Donuts. RV DJ, she just kind of likes those donuts. So yeah, right across the street there's a Dunkin' Donuts. That's pretty cool. I think we can get across here right now. There's a DQ, Dairy Queen. What kind of farmers at Dairy Queen? Great Mexican place right here. A lot of capacanas. I can't pronounce words, but delicious Mexican food. Getting a little cloudy again. It wouldn't surprise if we don't get more rain, but maybe till I get done with this ride, we'll be all right. Riley Auto Parts. Another handy place to have by if you're handy and working on your car. You can run down and get a part. And I got a place up here as a kickboxer. I don't quite get that. You know, I got other ways to expend my energy than going around hitting a bag or something. I just don't quite understand it. A lot of health things I don't understand. And we got a bowling alley, Sunshine Bowling. You can get wings in there, Rachel's Wings. You got to be careful crossing these areas, traffic coming in and out. Jacob's Sheet and Metal, air conditioning place. Need them around Florida. Boy, look at the water. Let's see if we can get pictures. Look, the car's going through this water over here. It shows you how much rain that we still have water on the road. Here comes another one through. See, look at the water splashing through there. We get up here a little bit, man, I can stop and show you a little bit of the sheet of water that's coming off the road that people, that's how much rain we have had. There you go, some more. And it really throws it way back. In fact, there's water laying right here. Isn't that cool? A sheet of water. Shoo! It's throwing it quite a little ways. Some of them are staying to the left side of the road and they're not getting it so much, but I kind of wanted to show you the sheet of water, and it keeps running back here. I mean, it's swinging. I hope they don't get me wet coming across here.